so we thought we would give you an update on the progress we're making. Again, it's moving real fast, so every few days there's something new and big in the bus that's changed. So we thought we'd do that for you today.
We also wanted to give a big shout out to our newest patron, Christina Hyson, all the way from the other side of the world in New Zealand and Australia.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you. And we now have a couple patrons on Patreon, and really the fact that you guys are willing to support us in that way means so much. We really, really, truly appreciate it. To us, it feels like we're just kind of showing what we're doing. And the fact that you guys are getting some positivity or inspiration or whatever is just really cool. And it's just an exciting process that we're enjoying, and I hope that you guys are enjoying watching it. So truly, we really appreciate all of that support. It really means so much. So we hope you guys enjoy our video and take a look at the progress that we're making. So enjoy.
So we finally added cushions to the couch. It was very much needed. Now it's a little harder to get work done because we have a comfy place to sit. I went with 5-inch foam, which was a little too much because now my feet don't touch the floor. But that's okay. We found a really simple tutorial to upholster the cushions with leather and grommets. We couldn't afford leather this go around. We might eventually upgrade, but this is a pleather I found. So you'll see under here it's pretty ugly, but I didn't have to sew anything, which was great. They're just little metal grommets, and it's just tied in there. So I'll link to a video that shows you how to do this if you are sewing challenged like I am. So right here is my desk area, and right next to that I needed to have storage for my printer because it's essential to my business. So we decided to do this kind of integrated storage where you lift open the top to load the paper and open the front to print. So this was a good solution for us.
So it was super important to me to have the option to stand and work, have a standing desk, and so we made this. This is a solid piece of Russian olive that we've made stands out of iron piping for, mounted to our piece of elm. But yeah, really happy with the way it turned out. Stained it a little bit at the top. Love these textures, love the live edge. And it's going to be a great spot for me to stand up, work on my laptop, and then when I'm ready to, I can just sit back down at our normal desk. So really happy with it.
So we also finally finished these cabinets under the desk. We painted them white, and we've got storage under them. We've got some drawers and baskets. What I'm most excited about is our foldy table. You can lift it easily with just one hand. I'm going to link to this hardware in the description in case you're looking for something like that, because I wasn't able to find it at Lowe's and I had to order it offline. But I really like this because I always wanted a dinette, like a little booth dinette like you see in a lot of RVs, and we decided that a long desk was a better solution for us, but I get my way apparently because now we have both.
So this is our water inlet. We got this off of Amazon, pretty inexpensive, and it's worked well for us so far. We have a gravity-fed system here that feeds into the water tank, and then we have a pressurized valve here for the city pressure. So really easy, cut a hole in the bus and caulked it up and connected all the hoses. I had to learn how to plumb, and I also had to learn a little bit of electrical as well. And so this was a good first project for me, and I'm really pleased with that everything's working, at least at the moment. So we have these leads coming off of the water pump. One of those leads, the positive line, is being fed into a switch. Then that is wired into a car adapter, which is already fused. And that fits perfectly into our Yeti 400, which is going to be dedicated to running the pump, as well as our fan that we just ordered today. Should get an install in a couple days.
Guys, this is the biggest thing that's happened recently. We finally covered up that subfloor that we've been looking at for so long. It's Brazilian red cherry. It was one of the first things we bought for the bus, so we've been sitting on this for a long time. We got it from another friend who was building their tiny house and had leftovers, and it's finally in. I love it so much. It just really elevated the space. I couldn't be happier. All right, so I found these tiles that I thought were really pretty. They're like a teal at Habitat for Humanity. It was an old half-empty box, but I knew it would be plenty to do this. And I've been sitting on them for a while and a little nervous about installing them because I've heard people warn about cracking in a moving vehicle, but I decided to go for it. mainly because it's on the floor and not on the wall. That would make me a little more nervous. And if it cracks, it cracks. We're gonna just kind of see what happens as it goes. But I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I think it like just kind of accidentally goes perfectly with everything that's going on in the bathroom right now.
One of the things I wanted to do for the garage is have a semi-permanent table that we could use pretty much all the time whenever we were parked. And so I came up with this system. So this is hinged to, this piece of plywood is hinged to the old handicap door, and it's mounted to a pulley system. All we have to do to bring this down is to loosen up the rope, let it down, drawbridge style. Back in. Now we have a semi-permanent surface that we can put really anything we want on, tools, we can cook off of it, eat off of it, so it's a nice sort of, basically just another surface to have while we're outside. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. We're making a lot of progress really quickly, and so we'll do some more videos soon about individual topics. So how we did the plumbing, how we did the floor, how Tiffany built these cabinets, that kind of thing. So those will be coming soon, but wanted to give you an update because things are moving fast, and we're trying to get as much done before June 22nd, which is the Colorado Tiny House Festival. So we're moving quick.
Come see us at the Colorado Tiny House Festival if you're in the area. That's the 22nd through 24th,
Yep.
right? June?
Yep.
And please like and subscribe if you want to see more. It really helps the channel.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Next time.